A showdown is on the cards between workers and the employer at the South African Post Office following an announcement of plans to lay off around 6,000 workers.
What this is doing, it was just a day after the SONA. It's just a direct contradiction to what the president has been saying. The president says inclusive economy, not leaving anyone behind, workers are involved in the participatory, but the following day 6,000 have been chopped, which is done by the state-owned. If it was a private sector, it was something else. So we believe that the government needs to be involved, and we need to talk to the turnaround strategy and the policies.
The Section 189 forms part of several strategies and options undertaken by SAPO to try and stabilize the struggling parastatal, which is said to be on the brink of collapse. The post office is said to be settled with historic debt that goes into billions of rands, as it also owes various stakeholders and service providers that have over time called for their money.
This plan, I think it's hasty, and I think it was not thought through. That's our view as a trade union movement, and we think that we want to engage all the key stakeholders to mitigate the challenges that post office is facing.
The CWU says retrenching almost half of the staff complement will lead to the total collapse of SAPO, which has battled to administer SASSA grants and has already started closing down branches countrywide. The union says it's left with no choice but to mobilize the public in a fight for jobs at SAPO.
We have been served with a notice. The CCMA has to give a date for us to meet and discuss these issues, what are the people affected, who are they, which department, and so forth. That's one area. But the second fold of it is that we are going to embark on a serious campaign against this, involving communities, because this will have a direct impact on the communities, particularly the poor of the poor.
Post office workers will meet with the Communications Minister for intervention and also wants Finance Minister Enoch Godongwana to use the upcoming budget speech to provide financial assistance to the company to avoid the retrenchment of 6,000 workers. Katlego Logodi, SABC News, Johannesburg.